day the grand finale has been released, the people were asking like, is the king bad or good? Who is that guy that comes from the portal at the end? Why did the king merge with the captain? In this video we are going to analyze the whole story of the game, from the start to the very end. Let us begin our journey.
Chapter 1.
As the first dungeon begins, we can see the usual story intro. Once upon a time there was a warlock that invaded the castle. Then we see the warlock killing the soldiers and going further. We appear from nowhere and the creature from the shadows, or the other name from it is the king, tells us to infiltrate the other soldiers and to find out who is behind this. Now, through the entire game the king is described as a very powerful person. He even managed to survive going through a portal that was still undone, destroying his body. The real question is, why would he escape from the warlock if he could easily defeat him? The answer could be that the warlock's staff was powerful enough to challenge him. Soon after we encounter the king, we meet the captain fighting the infected soldiers. She didn't know what was going on and hurried to protect the king immediately. She did not know that the king was actually half dead, and so we continue to the next dungeon. While fighting zombie soldiers, we meet funny guy that calls us bro and thanks us for the help. Moments later we finally catch up with the captain, only to hear that the warlock is heading towards the throne room. She was surprised that we actually survived these zombies. After fighting huge hordes of enemies, we finally reached the end, but the captain fell into the trap Warlock made. It looks like the warlock wanted her to stay away from the king. He planted a huge amount of spider eggs under the castle in order to kill her or keep her away long enough to deal with the king. The dirty-faced soldier then proceeds to the throne room alone. We come across the funny guy again. He tells us that he will probably go to his father in the dark swamp after all this is finally over. Meanwhile, the captain fights dozens of spiders underground, and the king suddenly appears in his shadowy form, telling her that it's weird that the warlock planted these spiders because only the wizard of the oracle can control them. He was very suspicious of him, so he told the captain to go and find him in the dark swamp in order to open the portal atop the dead volcano. At this point everything seems illogical. Why would he send her directly to his enemy? He then tells her that she should cross the portal as soon as possible because he needs her. He needs new vessel because his body was destroyed. Too bad that the captain didn't know that. She succeeded in exiting the underground dungeons. Meanwhile, the dirty-faced soldier finally enters the throne room, only to find a closed portal, king's guards killed, and the captain imprisoned. The warlock did it, but why did he leave her alive? If he knew that the king needs new vessel, why didn't he kill her? There is a big plot hole in this area of the game, and maybe we will receive a new dungeon in future updates, revealing what actually happened. Also, the king contacted us from the very beginning of the game, so does that mean that he was long gone before the warlock even arrived? A very confusing situation indeed. We then try to get Captain out of the prison cell. The head of the giant suddenly starts to move and then transforms into a flying skull. It attacks us, but the dirty soldier is way stronger. After killing the monster, the barrier was taken down, freeing the captain, and therefore the chapter 2 ends.
Chapter 2.
As we go further to the castle's exit, we come across the king again. He says that we did a great job and that the captain thinks that we are one of her soldiers now. He then instructs us to follow her to the oracle in the dark swamp. As we progress to the castle's exit, we meet the funny guy. He's also leaving the castle and going the same way as we do. He told us that he always feels like something is watching him and that he heard rumors about the other dimension, in which only the ones who master magic portals can go into. How the king mastered magic portals can be seen through the game itself. I have finished the whole magic portal series and I advise you to do the same. It helped me realize some things. Together, we succeeded at beating giant hordes of zombies and spiders. Few moments later, as we stood at the very entrance of the castle, giant portal was summoned, and the king spoke again. He told us that the enemy united against us and that the journey is getting harder now. He then vanished, but the portal didn't. As we went further, we came across the captain who just smashed the skull of a giant. She was surprised to see a portal and tells us that there is a giant winged creature in the other dimension. It would prove fatal if the creature came to our world. It would destroy the whole castle. The captain and the dirty-faced soldier finally exited the castle. As we went deeper into the swamp, the captain told me that the enemy united to stop us at all costs. She also told us that in order to arrive to Wizard, we needed to follow the blue brick road. We came upon the heavy skeleton attack and were separated. She shouted to me that I should go by myself and that she will handle it. I listened to her, but after a few minutes I was ambushed by a giant spider of enormous proportions. It was a dangerous opponent, but I was the one with the upper hand. Destroying the monster, I hurried back to the place. I was separated with the captain, only to find her weapon stuck in a wall and a big closed portal. I then proceeded alone.
Chapter 3.
After following the blue brick road for some time, I came across stronger enemies with stronger abilities. This place was tough. Later on, I came across the portal, the exact same one that was standing where I saw the captain for the last time. I think the king helped her reach the destination faster. I finally reached the Wizard of Swamp. He was actually the father of the funny guy. He told me that my captain was already there and that she went to the dead volcano. I left as fast as possible and started going towards the dead volcano. Little did I know that the way towards it was full of demonic beings. Some kind of cursed monks gave me a hard time. They were more powerful than other zombies. I also came across Captain's axe. She probably forgot it because she was in a hurry. The volcano was near and I could see the lava. The bricks became red and the enemies stronger. The king came to me to tell me that I should hurry up. I proceeded to climb the volcano. The volcano was surrounded with traps and flying skulls. Lava everywhere. After some difficulties, I found a big cage. The wizard of the oracle was actually locked in there. I opened the cage for him and he told me that my king was experimenting with magic portals lately, which concerned him a lot. This is probably the reason he attacked him at the first place. The king was probably misusing the magic portal's power, and therefore the others were trying to stop him. When I asked where my king was, the wizard told me that he was traveling through time and space. The wizard was searching for his stuff. He was in a hurry to get it, but he couldn't find it anywhere. It looked like the stuff was very precious to him. He got angry after realizing that she, the captain, stole it from him. We advanced further only to find the captain opening the portal. She was confused because she was the one who locked the wizard up. It looks like the wizard refused to open up the portal. He took his stuff and transformed into the Warlock. He tried to stop us from going into the portal, but futile. I killed him and suddenly the stuff started moving towards the portal, sucking the captain and me with it.
Chapter 4.
3 days before we entered the portal and came to this dimension, the Moonkeeper was having a normal day, when suddenly everything went wrong. The minions guarding their posts started attacking him and he felt earthquakes. Suddenly, a portal started opening in front of him, and an unknown person came out. He warned him that a powerful entity will arrive in his world and that if it steals the lunar map, the consequences will be catastrophic. I entered the other dimension the king was trapped in. The captain was nowhere to be seen, so I proceeded by myself. Minutes later, I met the Moonkeeper, who asked me if I knew what I had done. I brought her, the captain, here, and that was all the king needed to accomplish his plan. I joined with him in order to help him fix this. The Moonkeeper then tells me what happened to my king. He entered the portal before the planets were aligned, would destroy his body, but not his soul. He needs a new host now. Meanwhile, the captain was summoned at the other place. The king probably divided two of us on purpose. He told her that he was the one who summoned her, and the dirty-faced soldier was also one of his minions, and that she should hurry. In order to summon her, he killed one dragon to gain mana. To go back to our home, he needs to kill Great Red Dragon, which is sleeping now and needs to be awakened. They then proceeded to steal the lunar map. They successfully destroyed the minions protecting it and took the lunar map. This caused great earthquakes and the sky rained fire. The king then turned around and said, "I'm sorry I had to do this." He merged with the captain, making her his new vessel. At this point, we don't know if she's dead or if she's still alive. Back to the dirty-faced soldier. He and the Moonkeeper were going to the direction of the lunar map. They successfully eliminated the minions, but when they entered the room where the map was kept, there was only an empty chest. He hurried up to catch the thief, but only the Moonkeeper succeeded in entering the portal. Seconds later, the Great Red Dragon was standing right behind the dirty-faced soldier. Soldier ran for his life, and at the end hid himself from the dragon. Being separated from the Moonkeeper, he wandered through the dungeons, only to find a dragon staff. It was surrounded with aura full of rage, and when Soldier turned around himself, he saw the dragon again, but this time he could not run. He fought the dragon and killed him at the end. The dragon staff started to shine brighter and followed him to the site where the corpse was lying. After they came close enough, staff started collecting mana immediately. The soldier then proceeded going further through the dungeon. New, stronger enemies appeared, as if they were powered up by some dark force. On our surprise, we meet the king himself, in new, familiar form. He told him that he did his job well, just as he said. He also said that he has one more task for him. They hurried up to the portal. After they crossed the portal, it was clear that they were back in the castle, and that Dragon Staff wasn't with them. It looked like it stayed in the other dimension, and that there were more than one Dragon Staff that existed. As they proceeded to the throne room, the Warlock appeared to kill them. The king told the dirty-faced soldier that he needs to buy him time, because he probably needed time to activate the ancient power with lunar map. Soldier turned around and fought with the Warlock. After lots of fighting, Warlock was divided from his Dragon Staff, and then surprised by his opponent's abilities, he transformed into the monster never seen before. It was then that the soldier realized who he was fighting all along, a pure monster. But if he could do this before, why didn't he? Why didn't he transform when they fought earlier? The answer is that he could not do it actually. He either received or learned this new power after. However, this was not enough to defeat the dirty-faced soldier. He stunned the monster, and then the king appeared again. He used the power of the Dragon Staff to finally destroy the Warlock. After killing the Warlock, the Moonkeeper appeared, requesting the lunar map and an explanation for what he has done. He didn't understand how the king could have changed the past and that nothing has happened. The king killed him and then turned to the dirty-faced soldier. The two of them then merged and the aura around the king became white. After this, we can see the king going back to the past. The throne room has guards, but the king isn't there. The king then goes in and kills everyone in the room. As the screen turns black, we can hear 3 persons entering the portal. After this, we can see the king sitting on his throne and the dirty-faced soldier standing in front of him. Moments later, not far from the throne room, the portal opens and the unknown person appears again. What are his intentions with the king and who is he?
Main questions.
Who is the unknown guy? My speculation is that this guy is one of many who keep peace in universe, and that he came to take the king to prison or kill him. The other thing could be that he is king's friend or cousin, and that he came to give him last warning. What could happen in the new chapter? In the new chapter we could go to another planet to fight the unknown guy, or we will stay on our own planet while being invaded by the unknown enemy. Is the captain dead? I think the captain is not dead because we can hear that the 3 persons enter the portal. Most likely it's dirty-faced soldier, her, and the king. She is used as a vessel for the king. She probably is not dead because the king also merged with the dirty-faced soldier, and later on we can see that he is still alive.